Hello, everybody. If you see this on your screen, this is what you see, and this was has actually occurred sometime today. The Flyers have decided to move on from John Tortorella. This guy is an Italian hockey coach. He coached three different teams prior to the Flyers, but he also coached the Tampa Bay Lightning to their first ever Stanley Cup back in 2004. But today he was fired. And before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to this video. Please smash those likes and let me know what you think about what I'm about to talk about with you guys today. And so this is just sad news because this is a guy who I actually really had a lot of confidence about. And 2 years ago, he was the man that a lot of Flyer fans really believed in. But the Flyers have been on a losing streak for quite some time. But the Flyers are also in rebuild mode. And they probably thought that he can do more for the Flyers when they were rebuilding, because the Flyers they're now a young team. And it says here, John Tortorella fired a Flyers head coach, and they say it's here Brad Shaw named Intern head coach amid losing record. All right, let me go ahead and get this reading right quick. The Philadelphia Flyers announced the firing of head coach John Tortorella on Thursday, with today, after nearly 3 full seasons on the job. Flyers general manager Daniel Briere said he made a difficult decision to relieve Tortorella of his duties due to his belief that it is the best thing for the team moving forward. Through 73 games, the Flyers have the second fewest points in the Eastern Conference with 65. For the final 9 games of the campaign, associate head coach Brad Shaw will serve as interim head coach. After missing the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, the Flyers hired Tortorella to take over as head coach in 2022, which is approximately almost 4 years ago. It said Philly showed marked improvement in the first 2 seasons under Tortorella, going from 61 points in 2021-22 to 75 points in 22-23 season, and then 87 points last season. Expectations weren't particularly high for the Flyers entering 2024 campaign, but Tortorella nearly guided them back to the playoff for the first time since 2019-2020 season. Hold on just a minute. Sorry about that. I had to leave because lights getting ready to go off. Anyway, as they finished just 4 points out of the final playoff spot, with 20-year-old sniper Mark Mayville McCoy, I guess that's either McCoy or McCove, joined the team in 24-25 season. There was some thought that the Flyers would finally get over the hump and back to the postseason. Philadelphia, however, hovered around the 500 mark for much of the season, and it was firmly in the Eastern Conference playoff race at the beginning of March with a 27-26-8 record. However, since beating the Western Conference leading Winnipeg Jets on March the 1st, the Flyers have lost 11 of the past 12 games, including each of the past 6. They have compiled only 3 points during that stretch, leaving them 10 points out of the playoff spot with 9 games left to play. The final straw for Tortorella came Tuesday when the Flyers fell 72 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. That marked the second straight game the Flyers conceded 7 goals. Tortorella, 66, went just 97, 107, and 33 with the Flyers, which is not indicative of the overall success he has enjoyed as an NHL head coach. Damn, 97, 107. That's a hard losing record. And 33 ties. That is not good. Over 23 seasons with the New York Rangers, Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Vancouver Canucks, and the Blue Jackets and the Flyers, Tortorella owned a .538 point percentage with 12 playoff appearances. Most noticeably, he got the Lightning to their first Stanley Cup win in franchise history in 2024. With 770 career wins, Tortorella is ninth on the NHL all-time list. But having missed the playoff 4 years in a row, it is fair to wonder if another head coach opportunity will be available for him. I doubt that too. I doubt that as well. And that's what they're saying here. And now I'm gonna get to the It said now I'm going to X, and X is saying some things different here. Hold on just a minute. Okay, here's the other one. Okay, here's what Daniel Breer said. Today, I made a very difficult decision to move on from John as our head coach, said Breer. John played a pivotal role in our rebuild. We set a standard of play and reestablished what it meant to be a Philadelphia Flyer. John's passion on the bench was only equaled by his charitable work in our community. As we move into the next chapter of this rebuild, I felt this was the best for our team to move forward. I'd like to thank John for his tireless work and commitment to the Flyers. And this was said by the Flyers general manager Daniel Briere. Daniel Briere is also a former Philadelphia Flyers player, if you guys can remember who he is. He also played in the NHL. But that's what I want to talk about with you guys, because see, this, like I said, this is really, really crazy. I knew this was coming, because like I said, this is a guy who I actually really supported, and I had his back, because he had that Philadelphia Flyers mentality, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm not exactly sure where it all occurred at, but I'm sure I read it somewhere in the video of what happened, reason why he failed to get the Flyers back to the playoff contention. Like I said, the Flyers been to playoffs 21-22. They had been to playoffs in the last couple of years. Year before this past season, and now they're about to miss their third playoff season, depending on what Brad Shaw can do with the remaining 9 games of this regular season. Because from what I've also read, that Brad Shaw is also a head coaching candidate with the Flyers. So we'll see what happens there going forward. But overall, man, I had a lot of confidence in this man. I really did. I believed in him, and I'm quite sure a lot of Flyer fans did as well. But when you have a 12, what's that? You lost 9 games in the past 12 games and 3 of the last 6, whatever it said, and whatever I said and read in this video, that's a horrible losing record. Then you got 97 wins, 107 losses, and 33 ties in the 3 years you've been the Flyers head coach. That's not a good percentage. Now it'd be different if 107, 97, and 33, or cut that 33 tie off halfway and put it in the in the winning percentage or the winning record. You know what I'm saying? That would be extremely remarkable, but it's not. So he's out, and I hope the Flyers hire the next coach. I hope he is fiery as John Tortorella, because John Tortorella is a fiery coach. But then, like they also said in the repost, they're not sure if any team is gonna give him another head coaching gig. He might have run out of opportunity to become a head coach, but he might wind up becoming a head coach. Becoming an assistant coach with another team. That might happen. But if for him to become a head coach, I don't see it coming for him in the near future. But then again, you never know. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't really enjoy mentioning to you guys that he got fired, but I'm quite sure it's all over social media now that he's now officially on the streets. So some team is going to give him a head coaching. I'm not a head coach, but some team going to give him a opportunity to become an assistant coach, or he could go to the college to the college level of hockey. He could become a head coach at the college level. You never know. He still has opportunity to still out there, but before he becomes a head coach in the NHL, it's very unlikely. So, with that being said, like I said, you guys enjoy your Thursday. I'm going to enjoy mine. And so, peace out, family. Peace. I'm out of here.